Welcome back to another day of Midnight Smoke, episode 18. This episode might go up a little late, but sorry about that. So me and Jay were just talking about. Wait,
that was the intro.
That was the intro?
Yeah, that was the intro.
That's Jay with the intro music.
Yeah, you feel me? You feel me?
But me and Jay were just talking about Dragon Ball Z and which one was the best, or one of the good ones. Well, not the best.
Not the best.
One that's heavily underrated. Dragon Ball GT.
Exactly.
Like, niggas
just be hating on that just because it wasn't made by the original creator and wasn't like in the plot, and just because they made another one that's
they had the best character designs.
Exactly.
High key.
Exactly. Like, people were hating on me because I was talking to Jonathan, I think. Jonathan and Noel, maybe. Or Jonathan and maybe somebody else. And I was just basically saying, like, yes, Dragon Ball GT didn't fit in the timeline and, like, was made by...
It takes place after Kai.
I mean, yeah. But the thing is, the fact that it wasn't made by the creator... And because, they decide to make Super afterwards.
But a lot of the games still have Super and GT characters in it. So that never made sense to me.
I don't know. I hope he got his bread worth for that, though.
Yeah, I hope so, too.
I do, too. But, I was talking to, like I said, I was talking to them, and I was just like, yeah, GT, I'm not saying it's the best, but I was like, it did its thing. And I was like, if Goku, and I was like, I wish they kept Goku's Super Saiyan 4 as one of his transformations, because I was like,
Super
honestly,
Saiyan 4 is the best transformation.
Exactly. And then I was like, honestly, I feel like his Super Saiyan God form they should take what he looks like with that form and like just switch it.
Yeah.
Because that form should be like his ultimate form. Because that shit looks hard. That's what I'm basically trying to say.
That's literally what that form is. Like, that's why when Goku goes Super Saiyan 4,
he gets his tail back.
He turns into an adult because it takes you to your prime in fighting.
Exactly.
So that nigga Goku's Super 4 is just so cold.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But that's what Dragon Ball
understood that, really.
Dragon Ball Heroes, that's what like that show is for. It's fan service.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so you'll see like Super Saiyan 4 Broly fight fucking Master Ultra Instinct Goku.
That shit is
shit
hard.
like that. Yeah. It's cool for the fights and shit.
I would want to see that, because all I gotta say is, though, that form of Goku's hard, and Broly, he always loses to plot. But that nigga, he's strong too.
How you feel about what happened at Takeoff?
Yeah, that's what I want to talk. Man,
that shit was sad.
Honestly,
a lot of people were blaming Quavo, but
yeah,
the actual story from that people were like that, what they were saying was, it wasn't about gambling and shit. None of that. It was like these two niggas beefing, and Quavo and Takeoff came to be the mediators between it, and then shit just popped off. But they say Quavo and them people are the ones that pulled out guns first. But I think the other people pulled out guns, but his people fired first. And that's when Takeoff got hit in the head. That's sad.
That is sad.
One of the most chillest people in all of the music industry. Chill, bro. Takeoff be out the mix on his own.
That is
arguably the best rapper in the Migos.
Honestly, I never really listened to the Migos like that.
You never listened to the Migos? You didn't?
Not like, pause. I listened to the Migos, but I listened to their like famous songs.
Yeah.
Not more of their upcoming songs, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like songs that they made as they were rising up, Yeah. I guess to say.
They've been, and that, Quavo was Takeoff's uncle.
Yeah.
That's sad, man. He was right there. They said he was like, he was crying and shit like that. He was screaming and shit. That shit's heartbreaking.
That's real tough. That's really tough. Yeah, R.I.P. for real.
Yeah. What did you have to talk about when I picked you up at first?
Okay, so there's this movie, and I'm gonna just start like this. Let's say you were in the military, right? And you went to war, and before you left, you have a wife, you have 2 kids, and then you're there, you're in infantry, you're doing all this and, supporting the country and whatever. You end up basically almost dying. So then they report you dead to your family, I think. I think that's how it went. So they report you dead to your family, then you come back home, and your wife is married or dating your brother, and they're together. Bro, I lose my and your kids are even for it.
They're for it?
Yeah, no, your kids are for it. Like they're like, yeah, this is like Uncle Dan and Mommy, like they're together.
Yeah, like they like it, or like
yeah, like they like it, and they were like, you should have stayed dead and shit like that.
That's on that the House of the Dragon shit, Damon and Rhaenyra. But nah, bro, that's
hold on.
Foul.
Is it?
I mean, they're all three of them are cousins. Laena Valerian is cousins to Damon and Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra's uncle is Damon, and her cousin is Laena.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of like the same, but not siblings. But I mean, that's how they. I don't know.
No,
it's a hard. It do be hard trying to justify all the incest in Game of Thrones, but I'm gonna do it somehow.
You can't justify it.
That's how they ride their dragons.
Yeah, I mean,
so they have to.
Is it justifying or is it? Yeah, that's justifying it. It's justifying it because for people who don't know about Game of Thrones, it's a lot of incest in it. Why? Because it takes
not Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon.
In both. Well, no.
There's only one case of incest in Game of Thrones.
But what you call it was created through incest.
What, Game of Thrones?
Yeah, but no, there's two things of incest in Game of Thrones.
What? Jaime and Cersei and who else?
Jon Snow.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even though for them, they didn't know at first. But then they found out.
That wasn't going to change
They weren't going to change shit.
I wouldn't have changed it either. I didn't know
honestly, come on, bro. Exactly. But yeah, Game of Thrones and what's it called? House of Dragons, they take place in medieval times.
Damon and Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
Jon Snow and Daenerys is Damon and Rhaenyra.
Jon Snow.
They're literally the same.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Aunt and uncle.
Who you pick?
Not
Daenerys?
Aunt, uncle.
Daenerys or Rhaenyra? Daenerys or Rhaenyra?
Oh, Daenerys for sure.
Not just looks wise, just overall as a character.
Daenerys. I think Daenerys. Let me think about that I gotta think on that.
I'm gonna say Daenerys because
I'm saying Daenerys more because the reason why I said Daenerys first was because Rhaenyra, she knew what she was doing when she was sleeping with this dude, even though she needed heirs. Like,
I mean, Daenerys does shit like that too.
Did she?
Yeah.
What did Daenerys do?
Like what? I'm talking about the books, but like,
oh shit, I didn't read.
She married this one nigga. Well, she didn't cheat on him, but like, I don't know. I mean, but Rhaenyra. I mean, not Rhaenyra. Yeah, Rhaenyra was really wrong in being with Harwin. It's just that, like, they tried and it didn't work.
I mean,
you gotta have heirs.
But
and it's
like
not,
that, you knew what was gonna come with.
People try to compare it to what Cersei did, but it's not the same.
None of that's the same with what Cersei did.
Cersei's children, their claim to the throne comes from Robert, and that's not his kids. But Rhaenyra's kids come from her, so it's okay. And it was like, by all standpoints, they were legitimate. Like, Laenor was okay with it. He claimed them as his sons. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But like, they can really argue that those kids are hers. Like, the fact that they made the Valerians black only helps strengthen the claim that these kids are trueborn, because the old king. So you remember on the first episode, that old nigga that was sitting on the chair at the beginning of the episode?
Yes.
His mom is Valerian, so he's supposed to be half black. Yeah, and the Lord of Storms End, his mom is also a Valerian, so he's supposed to be half black. And Rhaenys came out looking like a Targaryen, but in the book she had brown hair. So like, it makes like they can really argue those kids are his. Like, you know what I mean? Genetics is weird like that, but back in the day they didn't know.
They didn't know nothing about that. No,
you in the energy drinks? You in the energy drinks?
I'm really not.
So look, me and Sarah were talking about it. Sarah was like, he drink his coffee black now, like to help him with the night shift. I was like, nah, a Red Bull got me right. And I was like, I ain't never drunk a Monster. And I ain't never drunk a Monster because when I was little, I was scared. I thought if I drunk one, I was going to die.
Why did you think that?
Because, bro, they were like, Monsters have too much shit in it, and like they'll make your heart beat and you could die. And Sarah told me that's why all the emo people were drinking it and shit like this so they could die.
That's
I didn't know that. I didn't realize that until he told me, bro. I was like, wait, that's probably why. I thought they were just like, it's a cool energy drink.
No, they really.
The niggas wanted to die, so they was chugging these bitches.
Oh my God, I never thought about it like that.
Oh God, Monster energy drink.
Mm-hmm.
That shit,
We're not sponsored.
I've had it once, and that shit just tastes like you're drinking liquid energy. It don't taste right, bro.
I don't like any energy drinks. All of them
Red Bulls are cool.
All of the ones I've drunk were like disgusting.
I've
never drunk a Red Bull.
It's like a apricot Red Bull. They're cool.
I've never had one before.
You gotta try them bitches.
I'll try one. I mean, I can understand Sir drinking coffee black. I like my coffee black sometimes.
I'm not a coffee person.
I
don't like how coffee makes your breath smell afterwards either.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's the only thing I don't like.
My mama likes coffee.
Sometimes, not all coffee does that though. I think mainly if you drink it cold, it mostly doesn't do that. But you have to like have eaten, I guess, or maybe you have to brush your teeth
one
at
teacher
first.
I used to have. He used to drink coffee all the time. And that nigga shit was kicking.
Yeah, don't. Ooh, when teachers drunk coffee, it was the worst. Yeah, I think it's definitely because it's hot coffee. Hot coffee makes your breath smells like that.
But I don't know, like, it doesn't do nothing for me, really.
I saw this one Vine, and this dude, he was just like how teachers' breath be, and what he was doing was he was eating popcorn and drinking coffee, and he would like go in and leave, and he was just like, bro, get the fuck back. Like, your breath smells hot. It's terrible. It was bad.
Hey, they say that, did you hear about Jake Paul's new fight?
You talking about with Anderson Silva?
I think that's what he fought. It was a few days ago.
Yeah,
they say it was
rigged.
Yeah, they say it was rigged. And like,
that's because Jake Paul won, bro.
But Jake Paul, they say Jake Paul mostly fights like people that aren't really fighters and that are well above their fighting prime.
Yeah, okay,
and shit like that. And they were like, if he gets into a boxing ring with like a real fighter, and they was like, they seen what happened to Logan with Floyd, and they was like, that's probably why he don't want to get into it. They say, I don't know. You think it was staged?
I didn't see the fight. I didn't watch it, but the reason why
I've seen clips.
The only reason why they say that it was, or the reason why I saw that they said it was staged was because they saw like them dancing and shit before the fight, and or like promoting their fight or whatever. But I was like, well, that might be normal because it's, you know, they're not. It's not that like they hate each other, you know. But then the other reason is because of like just how much money they're getting off of these fights.
Yeah.
You know, how much they're promoting these fights and getting off of them. And Anderson,
they made $40 million last year.
Yeah, and the way Anderson Silva walked into that fight was just like, you know, not how he walks into any of his usual fights, you know? And to comment on what you said about Jake Paul like not fighting like fighters. Well, Anderson Silva has like a record in boxing, and he has 1 loss and 2 wins. So it's not long. It's not a long record, you know, but that record plays a part in it, you know. Like it's just Anderson Silva has so much what's it called, experience in fighting that I don't think he should have lost to Jake Paul. But then I didn't watch the fight, and also with Jake Paul fighting like these fighters that are like above their prime and whatnot, I'll give it to Jake Paul. Like, he's a good fighter. It's just that he needs to fight a boxer. When Jake Paul fights like a true, still in their prime or not even like truly above their prime boxer, then okay, I'll be like, okay, this guy's like legit. But, you know, I'll still give him his props. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He can probably knock my ass out. I'm not gonna lie, hands down. Probably can.
If you're training for 3 years, I feel like you can whoop anybody.
Exactly.
That hasn't trained.
That's what I'm saying, and I haven't trained a whole bunch in this. So
yeah, they said
he
like,
can whoop my ass.
There's videos of him swinging and like not hitting him, but he like reacting like he got hit and shit. So
oh really?
Hell yeah.
Oh shit, I did not know about that.
So shit, you never know. It might be.
I mean, shit, it could have been. I don't know, man. I need to see Jake Paul fight an actual boxer who's still a boxer, who's still boxing, and then I'll be like, okay, I fuck with it.
Yeah. I need to get back into like what I used to watch UFC a lot and shit, but like I fell out of it and shit.
Yeah, when I was younger, I didn't really watch a whole bunch of fighting.
That's probably like the only sport I'll actually sit down and watch.
Fighting?
Yeah, and like actually enjoy.
Yeah, I can watch football, but I love fighting.
I don't see how people sit down and watch football. I could sit down and watch basketball in person.
I can't sit down and watch basketball at all.
I can't sit down and watch basketball on TV, but in person I can.
I gotta watch basketball with one of my homeboys playing, or with like somebody that I fuck with playing. But just watching like a game that I'm really not interested in. Like honestly, I'm not interested in a whole bunch of games because they do a lot of flopping sometimes, and I just would rather not see that.
Yeah, I like sports, but I'm not into sports like that. Like I'm not that good
with sports, or just
with sports.
Like, yeah, like with playing sports, or you mean like with just both watching?
Even
sports?
Like keeping up with it and like playing it, I'm okay. I don't think I'm just the best out there, but like
I feel you.
Yeah, I'm okay. Shit, I don't think I'm gonna go to the NFL anytime soon, but you know,
I feel you. I don't think I'm making it to anything anytime soon, but I love it. I love to play it or whatnot.
It's always sad to see niggas that's been playing football all through high school. They're doing it in college, but now they're in college and they're fucking up. Like,
yeah,
they're doing shit they're not supposed to, going to jail.
Exactly, it's tough shit. That's why people say like, when you get to college, if you're an athlete, you really gotta love you gotta love what you're doing.
Hell yeah.
Like my cousin said, he was just like, if you go to college for football, you gotta love to play football. Like you can't just be there. You gotta be there for college. A reason.
And he be training every fucking day and shit. But like that nigga don't talk like he going to the Olympics. I'll be hyping that nigga up like he going to the Olympics. I'm like, hell yeah, cause I'm gonna be there when you go to the Olympics and shit like that. He's like, nah, man, I don't think I'm gonna go. Like, nigga, don't say that shit. You can't speak like that.
Exactly. Like if you in college doing track, bro, I think you're on there. You're up there.
My nigga Sean, fuck you, Sean, because you ain't respond to my text. But my nigga Sean,
hit him with that. Sean's a bitch.
And your dread stink.
Damn.
That nigga dread's clean. Was clean. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking when I first started growing my hair out, I wanted dreads, but I don't want dreads no more.
I thought about it. My homeboy told me, not my homeboy, my cousin told me I should get dreads.
I want to grow them out, and like once my hair, like I want to grow my hair out, and like once it's long, if I decide to get dreads, I can just lock them.
I don't think you should get dreads. I don't think you have the hair quality for it. Or I think
you have any hair quality though.
But does it look good on any hair quality?
I feel you. Yeah. Like why you say that?
So like if I get dreads, not to say that all people of this color don't look good with dreads, because some white people look good with dreads. Not dreads, locks. Don't call them dreads. Call them locks. Because dreads that's a bad name.
It's dreadful.
Yeah, man, go into that shit, whatever. So like, yeah, call them locks. So some white people, I guess, do look good with locks, but it's not for everybody. You know, some.
Name one white person that looks good with locks.
There are these YouTubers I used to watch, and they have some pretty dope locks.
I thought you was gonna say the Island Boys for a sec.
Fuck no.
Their locks always look so stiff.
Yeah, like if I get locks, I think that's what they said they look like. That's what my cousin said they sort of kind of look like.
Yeah, cause like I won't say nappy, cause no hair is like bad hair.
Yeah,
people with more coarse hair, it looks better and like it tangles better and like they're not as stiff.
Exactly, that's what it is, you know. But you know, people with
and people with like they have like really fine hair, like mixed people that get dreads. Their dreads always look dirty to me.
I've never seen. Have I seen? I don't know.
There's one dude on TikTok. He's light skinned dude. He has dreads like that. I don't know. It's like you need a retwist, bitch.
I would think I want these. I want to get twists, but have those twisted. But then my cousin said, because it's this hairstyle.
Yeah, and really, where it looks like the dread 2 strand twist.
Yeah, I want those. And my cousin was just like, well, those are locks. But then he was just like, but you can get them as twist and then do it like that too. And I was just like, I want to get it like that then.
Yeah, I've been seeing niggas do that. That was hard.
Yeah, that shit's hard.
Dreads, after you get your hair 2 strand twisted and shit and you undo them, it's curly, them hoes be hard.
Those be extremely hard. I was in middle school one time and I did that. Somebody was like, are you mixed? Bitch.
Don't worry about this. Don't worry about this for hard.
Don't worry about it.
They used to be in high school and like in school in general. When people used to ask me that, they used to be so flattered.
Are you mixed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm Sean. Not much though.
I got a little something up in me.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? I got a little something like that up in me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shit, it be like that.
Shit. Ooh. There's something that happened at Duncanville.
You talking about the football players?
Yep. And the basketball players.
Yeah, basketball players. My bad.
Yeah, the girls' basketball team and the boys' basketball team.
Let's talk about the boys one first. I want to hear what you got to say about it, and I'm gonna tell you what I heard about it.
Okay.
'Cause I've heard mixed accounts.
Okay, so what I heard about it was that he was recruiting players.
Mm-hmm.
That was one thing that I heard about it. But then I also heard that they also let just somebody ineligible play. But what my coworker told me, and she has a sister who's like in the sports
Mm-hmm.
collection or whatever for the school. She was just like, yeah, it was this one player, and because this happened last year, this wasn't like this year. This was
the
last
dude that is
year.
dealing with is in college now.
Exactly. So they're trying. So she said that he lived or his parents lived somewhere else, but he was going to Duncanville. Like he lived like in Carrollton or like far. You know what I'm saying? But he was going to
But
Duncanville.
Duncanville's an open school district, I thought.
I think so. I don't know. But all I know is that he moved over here, though, yet his parents were still in, wherever they were. But he moved over here so that he could play. So, basically, they're trying to say, like, he was ineligible to play here, and that's what they're trying to say, I guess. Or that's what I heard about it.
So, what I heard from Corey was, like, basically, like you said, the dude got recruited and stuff like that. Like, in high school, you're not supposed to recruit, and he got caught. But I don't know how my aunt know, but she told me that the coach, and Corey said he heard this too. She said that the coach and the kid's mom were messing with each other. And, like, I don't know how that has to do with him playing football, but some shit like that.
Basketball.
Yeah, basketball. And my aunt was like, they say that the kid's dad is the one that reported it. Hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
Spicy.
So is Buddy kind of salty?
Shit, could be me.
I mean, you're trying to take away a team's ring for some. If that's the case, if this is the case, trying to take away a team's ring for some salty shit.
I mean, I don't care that it affects Duncanville as long as it didn't affect the athlete.
That's what I'm saying, and it won't affect the athlete at all. This ain't got shit to do with the athlete. And when coaches hear about this, they're gonna be like, "So what? It doesn't matter. It happened last year. That's first of all." So, I mean, but like then again,
you had to fix this shit.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. They got the W still, so it doesn't
Even if
matter.
you took it away, I mean, we still won.
Exactly, and it's not like the nigga was like older than what he was supposed to be. So y'all niggas still lost.
I remember one time I was little
to a team,
and we went to my cousin's little league game, and they had some big. It was probably like for around like 8 rows and shit like that. They had some big ass niggas there, bro. These niggas won 8 and 10 and shit. These niggas look like they
8 and 10.
Like they were like around. I'm saying like the age range of the kids. I'll say around like from 8 to 10. But these kids like they was 13, 14, bro.
No
these some big ass niggas, bro. I'm like, what is y'all feeding these niggas,
bro? They're like, bro, kids are big as fuck. They're big.
When I was a little kid when this was happening.
Oh,
yeah, I was probably like, I think I was around like 8 or 10.
Well, that makes sense because kids when we were growing up. I mean, when I was in middle school,
but these niggas,
these niggas
didn't look like they were supposed to be around mine. They look older than me.
All I gotta say is niggas said that I was tall when I was in middle school, but then when I got to middle school, I looked and like there were some tall ass niggas, and like I mean like they were tall as hell. Like
I've never got in my family. I do. I'm tall in my family, but like outside of that, I'm not tall at all.
Yeah,
I'm just 6 foot. I'm 6 foot now.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that because in my family, you've seen my mom. She's like really short. She calls me tall. I'm just like,
I could look over all my siblings' head.
Really. I can too.
Hey, that's a flex.
Yeah, I feel it. Can't punk me no more.
Bro, what?
I don't like that. I loved when I got my age or when I got my build or like when I started to play football because boy. My siblings,
being the youngest is war every day, bro.
On me.
It's fucking war. The youngest is always one of the most unhinged for a reason.
That's what
you gotta fight for your fucking life.
Exactly. I'm out here fighting for my fucking life every day. It's bad. Hell yeah. It's real bad because, like, bro, especially if you have an older brother, man. Them niggas will beat on you every chance they get.
It was fun having siblings because, like, I remember one time. This house had got evicted. And and like all the stuff was on the thing for trash, and it been there long enough. It was clear no one was coming to get it. So we broke the dresser, right? And we got the hammer, and we hammered it and made like a little ramp. And my brother drove off on his bike. Needless to say, that shit didn't go well, bro.
Oh my God,
that shit didn't go well.
My brother was a whore, or he was a gigolo. Yeah, that's what he was.
You know, a gigolo is a male prostitute.
Yeah, he was like a gigolo.
Who was his pimp?
Himself. He did his thing, man.
Tell him if he needs employment to hit my business line.
Nah, he did it. He just always had a different female at the house, and just
I want to know some hoe shit my brother did, bro.
What?
It was one day. It was 8th grade year, and my mama didn't feel like taking us to school, so she let us stay home. Cool, bet. And my brother got off work because my brother got off work early, and he wake up. He was like, "Oh no, y'all gotta go to school. Y'all gotta go to school." And he took he forced us to go to school and shit like that. I took like an hour-long shower because I was mad. And this nigga did all of this because he wanted to have a girl over.
Oh no, bro.
Bro, you literally could have just told me to go in the other room, bro. I don't care what you have going on. You gonna throw me under the bus for some pussy? For some pussy?
The fact that she said that y'all could stay home.
Yes, and then she gonna switch up and be like, y'all need to go to school. I'm like, bro, you can't switch it up now. I already missed my first period.
What is the point of me going to school at that point?
Exactly. I mean, there's 3 classes.
Shut up.
Fuck
exactly.
That shit.
Fuck that. No. Because
who wants to do that? I used to hate that. Like having a doctor's appointment or something like that. And they want to take you to school afterwards. No.
My mama never did that to me, though. I'm not even going to hold you. She would always. She would always just.
They end up stopping. Like 7th grade year, I would go to school like 2 to 3 days out the week. I passed, though. I passed really good grades, actually.
In what grade?
7th grade.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, that shit was fun. 7th grade was actually really fun.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like
that's one of my regrets. I low-key wish I stayed at Duncanville.
If you were to stay for 8th grade, oh, deal, yeah. And it would have been so dope.
You should have met me, yeah. Bro. I was so fucking funny.
Damn, brother.
Still am, nigga.
In 7th grade, oh, boy. It was a good time having y'all as 8th graders.
I remember homecoming. I won homecoming. On God.
On God.
Hell yeah. Fucking. Why the fuck were they playing Throw That Ass in the Circle at a 7th grade homecoming?
That's just how they are.
I was getting twerked though. My little shit was hard, bro. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. My nigga Deal getting played.
Oh God, bro.
Oh my goodness.
That shit was so funny.
Deal. I got something to say about my brother.
Wait, one more thing though about Bird.
Okay.
Did y'all have a food fight?
No. We heard that y'all had a food fight. We had
like 3 food fights, bro. That one was so fucking lit. I gotta look at my old Google photos. I can find them bitches. I got a video.
I need to see it because we didn't have a food fight at all.
That food fight was so live, bro.
Oh my God.
They didn't want us talking at lunch for like a week, bro.
Bro,
how the fuck you gonna tell us we can't talk while we eat it, bro? Shut the fuck up.
I really didn't like them.
School is so stupid. I can't talk, like, especially like when you're little. They never want you to talk in class. Like, what the? You just want me to sit here?
I don't know. But now when we got older, as we got older, they're just like, we need y'all to talk. And then we're just like,
nobody want to say
nothing.
That ain't looking stupid.
Exactly. But what did y'all teach us when we were younger? To not say a bitch ass thing. So now now we up here, we older. And y'all want us to talk and shit, but we don't want to talk to these motherfuckers. We looking at everybody like, because y'all really growing us on no social skills. Honestly, like that's what they did. I still have social skills though.
School is they don't teach you about a lot of stuff. Like you would think them teaching us about Pythagorean theorem and pre-cal and all that would teach us about taxes. Like what? You don't teach us about taxes?
They need
about
to have
like investing.
Exactly.
Real estate, the economy.
About like things that we truly need to know.
I don't need to know. I don't need nor care who the fuck was the president 80 years ago.
I
don't care. I honestly don't.
Y'all can tell me my rights. Of course. Please teach me my rights.
Yeah, like I'd rather them teach us, like focus more on teaching us our actual rights and stuff like that than teaching us about the Boston Tea Party that happened 300 years ago.
And how we got our rights. Like, listen, trust me. Hey, thank y'all thank you.
Yeah,
Whoever,
I get you need to know history.
Exactly.
And I like that. But after
a
high
certain
school,
point, exactly.
almost all the classes you take in high school is useless.
Yeah.
Like English class is the exact same shit every year. Fucking math is the only thing that changes. They just teaching us more useless shit now.
Exactly.
Like I say after 8th grade, you don't need math.
Yeah.
Cause like after algebra was so easy.
It really was.
Struggle with algebra.
Facts.
Geometry wasn't hard, but it wasn't easy though. You had to pay attention to geometry to know what you were doing. And like I can't speak on pre-cal because I did that shit online. So like I can't learn online.
I mean, with my geometry class, shit. Okay, so like when I was in 8th grade, I had algebra, and that class was easy. But then when I got to high school, my freshman year, my algebra teacher, because I had another algebra class, that algebra teacher, she didn't really teach us anything. And whatever we asked, she just really wouldn't answer it. And my class, I had a terrible class. My class was bad as hell. I'm not even going to hold you. And then, but then she ended up either getting fired or she quit in like the middle of the year. So then the next semester, we had a new teacher. And she did not last long because, I mean, she lasted the rest of the year. Teachers, but I mean, like,
them niggas ain't made for teachers.
She wasn't made for it. She had just got out of college type shit, or she was still in college. She was still in her 20s. And, like,
my junior year,
my class was bad for
We had a cool teacher. He was a white dude. And, like, they just ran over him. He was really cool. But, like, just because of the type of person he was, they just ran over him.
Yeah, that's how it was for her.
I really fucked with him, though. I don't remember his name, but he was a cool nigga. Yeah. And, like, my math teacher, freshman year, she ain't shit. She used to teach us a lesson off based out her cousin was a hoe because her cousin had 8 kids and 8 baby daddies and shit like that. And she was using that to help us with the math thing. And I was like, damn. She just passing it out at that point.
I mean, hey, shit, you got to do what you got to do. It helps y'all teach.
Nigga. If I was a female, I ain't just passing out. But you got to work for this shit. The fuck?
Hey, bro, you do what you do.
They're just giving it out.
Hey, let her give her coochie.
I mean, I would want a female to have more self-value than that. Self-worth.
Did the boys like it?
Niggas will be niggas. A nigga will fuck anything with a hoe. Oh my God. Niggas will be niggas, bro. But female, like, I don't know. That's double standards. I know, but it's like.
I mean, it's a teacher though.
No, not even just teachers. I'm just talking about like females in general as a whole, not having self-worth.
Some females have self-worth.
Yeah, I'm not saying every female doesn't have self-worth.
Ooh, hold on, real quick. Let me go back to this teacher real quick.
Yeah.
She, first of all, the teacher who came in to replace as a replacement, she left the next year. So, like, yeah, she was
to be a sub for a little bit.
It was bad. But then after that, my as a sophomore, my geometry teacher, she was cool. But the thing is, I don't know what happened. We had an online class. It was online, but we had a teacher in person to make sure we did it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what happened with her, but she ended up either getting fired or she left or whatever. So then we had a sub, and we had a sub for a long ass time. And I'm not gonna lie, that online class, I didn't pay attention to it.
Online school was so easy.
Shit, she just gave us hundreds at that point, and we just kicked it with her and just chopped it up with that substitute the whole time.
What was that one thing? If you feel a class on ingenuity, oh my God, I hate ingenuity.
Oh man, I did that one year.
I had to do that shit for my economy class my senior year. And literally, they gave us the work on Monday and said it was due Wednesday. And, like, it was literally 10 assignments, like 10 tests, and, like, 10 assignments in each test you got to do before you can do the test. Then a 2-hour test. It would literally take, to complete, like, one little section out of the 10, it would take at least, like, 2 hours. And, like, I was crushing that shit. Just for me to turn it in on time and to say, oh, y'all have 2 more days. Nigga, that test took me 2 hours to finish, and I failed it the first time. I had to take it again.
Oh, my God. And I know you was just like, oh, my God.
Yes, bro. I was looking up the answers for everything.
Of course. That's what I did in ingenuity.
it was so hard because like you got to type in the whole question for the answer to pop up. So I'm just like, and then I would just copy it and then paste it onto it. That shit, online school sucks, bro.
I'm happy that I ended up having Socratic.
Nice.
That came in when I was a junior, and I was using the shit out of that for the rest of my school years.
Yeah, we used to use photo math and shit. What was that one computer thing you used to have to do in like elementary, middle school?
You talking about like iSip or
iStation?
iStation?
Or is it Imagination Station?
It's both. It's called iStation and but the full name is Imagination Station. Kind of fun. I didn't like it on the days we went because afterwards it was cool, but like I didn't like it.
It was one of the things that I didn't like. I can tell
you what it was. It was when you had to read this this passage, but they only gave you a certain amount of time. And then you had to go and answer questions. I didn't fuck with. Everything else on it was cool.
Yeah, everything was cool, but that one.
But that was.
I used to get the bitch. She was bad.
Hey, yeah.
She was bad. I was like, little bitty.
I just say that shit there. I hated it, but it was cool.
Yeah, I used to fuck with my reading teacher's daughter, and we were in her class, and like her mom didn't know, and then everybody was in class like, oh. What about you and so-and-so? You and so-and-so. I was like, bro, shut the fuck up. And she was like, everybody, y'all stop that.
Everybody, y'all stop that.
She didn't say nothing to me about it, though.
I mean,
what if at the class, she was like, hey, Dylan, you stay. I'm trying to walk out. She jacked my ass up on the wall.
You listen here, you little shit.
You away from my daughter.
You should be like,
yes, ma'am. Bro, I don't know. Kids in middle school were so fucking dramatic and shit. Someone said I was kissing my ex. This was during field day, 6th grade year.
Oh my god!
Out in the open, it was like they seen me and her kissing. I was like, bro, wait, I haven't even walked by her today, and she believed it. And she broke on me. I was like, okay.
I mean, it is what it is. That's stupid. That's childish.
That is so. I mean,
children.
Yeah, we were
but that's childish.
I was about to say we were childs.
Y'all children, but damn, like, come on now.
You had to do me like that, bro.
Exactly. Even at that age,
you know better. In 6th grade and shit like that. Elementary, I know them relationships don't count. I don't think they count.
They don't count. I don't.
But them hoes be funny, bro. But my girlfriend broke up with me and she got a new nigga. I don't know what time this.
Nigga, weren't y'all dating for like 2 days?
Yeah, it was 7th grade year, bro. This one girl I had a crush on. She had a boyfriend, and I was like, okay, I'm still gonna try to fuck with her. And then we went to the basketball game. It was me and my homeboy Addison, and they ended up breaking up. And she all sad. She sit on the stairs. There was like my homeboy Addison come. He was like, "Hey, Dylan, old girl and her boyfriend broke up. And just move." I go over there, bro. I put my arm over here. I'm comforting her. She give a little kiss on the cheek.
No way.
Yeah. She broke up with me a week later, but it's okay.
Hey, but you cuffed it.
I cuffed, bro.
Hey, man. It's weird. I was in 6th grade, and it's weird because girls, I don't know how that shit happened. I was just sitting down, and it was one of like the more popular girls in the school. And when I say popular, I mean like I did not talk to females, bro. Like I didn't really like to. I wasn't the talkative type in 6th grade.
Bitches just come to me.
So I'm sitting down in like this like spot in our reading class, and we could read. And then she just come up to me. And she sit down next to me, and she was just like, "I like you." She was like, really "You want to be my boyfriend?" And I was just like,
"Hell yeah!"
I looked at her, I was just like, "Bro, stop playing." And I was just like, I shook it off, you know what I'm saying? And then she was just like, she followed me for like sort of kind of the rest of the day, and she was just like, "Nah, bro, like for real, we're dating now. Like you're my nigga." And at that time we did cuss, so she was like, "You're my nigga," and I was just like, "Shit, fuck it, I guess I'm your nigga."
We balling, bro. That's when I used to have a sauce. I lost that shit now.
My sauce is all gone.
My sauce
is
bro.
All gone. I'm not even gonna hold you.
But the only way to get it back is actually going out there and doing it. But I'm the type of person. I don't even want to go say that. I don't got a haircut and shit. I don't want her. I'd be like, "What's the worst?" Her saying, "You don't know."
No, exactly. Girls be like, "What's the worst they can say?" No, I'm just like, no. Some girls will push it. Sometimes
I don't know why I feel like that because I've never got rejected. I've never got rejected. I've
gotten rejected, but I didn't mean. She took it as like, okay, so I meant to send this message to another girl, but I kid you not, I slid on her message and I typed that up and I sent it, And then she sent back and she was like, "Nah, I don't really fuck with you like that." And I was like,
well, like in that sense, I've got rejected, but like never in a bad way where like bitches be like, ew, no, and then like that. You know what I mean?
"Yeah, nah, not
It,
like
it
that."
mostly be like, oh, I got a boyfriend or something. I used to have that ultimate riz. I remember even my freshman year and shit like that. And like at the beginning of high school and shit, we went to Six Flags, me and my cousin. It was this group of bitches, and you know, looking at them and shit like that. And we were like, well, they were like, hey, y'all come with us. We kicking it with them all. It's one for all of us.
Hey, shit.
Oh God, it was one for all of us.
That's where it's at, man. That's where it's at.
All of
real.
us came home with a number, bro.
Fuck
She
with
pregnant now though.
Wow.
Everybody pregnant, bro.
On me,
Jesus
everybody pregnant.
Christ. They fucking Roe v. Wade fucking.
I think how many girls do I know of that I used to sort of kind of know that
At
are
least
pregnant?
5 girls I know that are all pregnant right now.
I'm gonna try to count them in my mind. Okay. So I knew about Kennedy.
Don't say names.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can't put people business out there.
I'm sorry. So I knew about her, and then I know about her. I think that's it. Only 2.
The bottom of my slide is a bit dirty. Oh, no. I know like 5, 6. Hold up.
I think I'm only on 3 right now. I think I only know 3. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I know.
It's 5 that I could think of right now. That's just off the rip.
She got one, but no, she
I don't
don't.
know,
Does
man.
she?
Like-
I don't know, but no, I know for a fact 3 in my mind.
Who am I to tell you to have a kid or not? But like,
Yeah,
I feel like it's unfair to the child for you to be in. Well, I don't know people's financial things, but like, you're still not in your own place, not able to provide for yourself fully, and to bring a child into the world, I feel like that's really selfish.
it is. That's
But
how I feel. To each his own.
Because I think you can still get abortions. It's just after a certain time period you can't
Yeah.
no more. Like I think they made it smaller.
That's what they did.
So like, I guess that shit's.
I don't.
I don't speak on it because I don't have nothing
I'm not.
good to say about it.
I don't have a vagina, and if I speak on it, people gonna blast me.
I hate
for
that
it.
how a lot of females feel like just because a dude isn't a female, he can't speak on certain topics.
Oh, there's a lot of things wrong with that.
Yeah, but females do the same. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they think, and I feel like it's not the case whether you're a female or not. Everybody has the right and to a voice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I have the right to feel how I want to feel about something. And if you don't feel the same way, I mean,
You don't
that's
have
okay.
to like it.
That's one thing that's wrong with people now. Just because y'all don't agree on something,
Y'all
they make it seem like it's wrong.
Exactly.
Or like, you know, that's
And
just
not-
weird.
Exactly. I don't understand.
That shit's so weird. Like my sister
'Cause-
trying to say, she said, you only like white girls. I never dated a white girl, but like, she was just like, I don't know. She had no reason to say that just because she don't know. I don't tell none of them like who I talk to and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I've talked to a lot of black girls. Literally, like the last 3 girls I've talked to were black. It just ended up going nowhere. I was just like, I don't care. And she was like, if you could make a dream girl right now, what would it be? I was like, her skin wouldn't have nothing to do with it. I don't care about what color her skin is.
Facts.
I might have my preferences, like, you know, but that doesn't bother me. I don't care if a girl is black. I don't care if she's white. I don't care if she's Asian.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're racist. And she was like, I'm not racist. That's one thing. I can't speak for other race. Like, well, black people a lot. They feel like you just have to date within your race exclusively. And like, there's something wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with wanting to date other cultures. People truly don't see color. I don't care what race you are. It really doesn't bother me at all. Like,
It doesn't.
what?
Because as long as we can vibe together, bro, that's really all
Exactly.
I
As long as you're a cool
care
person, that's
about.
all I care. Like,
I mean,
literally-
hold on, pause. Like, I do care for like a look, you know, looks. You feel
Yeah.
me? Not color, looks.
Yeah, it's just
The
like,
difference. But you
I
know,
don't care about your skin color. I don't care. Only thing I care about is your personality. I don't care about your sexuality. This is not even just with females, just people as a whole.
Yeah.
I don't care about your looks. I don't care about what color your skin is. I don't care about
how much money you made.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. And like, yeah, I might not agree with everything, but like, who am I to tell you how to live your life? So exactly. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't bother me. Facts. How I feel shouldn't affect how you live your life.
Okay, so I completely agree with what you just said. I don't care about any of that shit either. So when people, because I've seen this, or it's like becoming like a mockery type shit, you know? So like when that white dude, it's a white guy, he says that he's Filipino and he's a white guy. I've seen, like, if I were to ask like I saw this YouTube group. They ended up calling like a Filipino girl, and they were just I got
something to say on this after that.
They were just like, so yeah, we're watching this YouTube video, and like it's a Filipino guy, it's a white man, and he's basically claiming to be Filipino. Like that's not what he identifies as.
I think we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, we are. He's like, that's what he identifies as, and they were just like, do you care about that? Like, does that affect you? Because she was a Filipino woman, and that's what he's identifying as. Not only that he's Filipino, but a Filipino woman.
And I get, like, that was so weird to me.
And he was just like, and she was just like, I mean, I don't care, and that's what she said. I mean,
it's not that I don't care, but I feel like that's very ignorant. And just because we don't get to choose our races.
Exactly.
Like, this is something we're born into, and just because you don't feel like you're white doesn't mean you're not. And just to say you're Filipino because he spent 1 year there and you fucked with the culture does not make you that. Like, that
exactly. If I watch a children's play, an elementary school play, and I sit in there and I'm just like, oh yeah, I fuck with this. I fuck with their plays. And I go to an elementary school with a backpack on. Does that make me an elementary school student? And I claim to be an elementary, and I claim to be like a child, you know? Does that make me a child? No.
That's
the thing is, there's cases like that too. It's like, there's this woman, there's been a case, there's this man who claims to be a baby. And like, he'll dress up as a baby. He has this big ass
controversial territory.
Yes, bro. Like,
so, I mean, no disrespect to no communities out there.
None.
But
you gotta say that.
Yeah, no, I truly don't. This is just my personal opinions. Live your life how you want to live.
You like it, I guess I love it. You know,
like even people being trans, like I understand you feel more comfortable as a dude or like a female, but I also feel like it's kind of disrespectful to that other gender to truly say you are a woman, because a trans woman doesn't go through the same things a trans man goes through. And I'm not saying they can't be women and they can't be men, but there's something else entirely. By me saying that, meaning no disrespect, like
child.
Yeah, like you're not just like a dude can't just decide to be a truly a woman. No matter how much you feel, that's just the hard truth about something. But I feel like they're in their own category of it. You know what I mean? And that's why like we have male, female, other.
Don't be scared to tell me. Yeah. I'm with you with this.
But like, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, if you want to do that, because I do believe in certain cases. Oh yeah, like Zaya Wade and stuff like that. So like her mom is trying to say that Dwayne Wade is exploiting her for money and stuff like that, and she shouldn't change her gender.
Her mom said that?
Yeah, she shouldn't legally change her gender until she's 18. And I feel like with cases like those, like, of course I'm going to address her by the pronoun she wants to, because in those cases, like, even Caitlyn Jenner was saying it. He was like, everybody's trying to claim to be trans and stuff like that when people really aren't. They're just kind of doing it for the wave. But people like Zaya Wade has always presented herself as a female. Like, you know what I mean? Even though she was born male, she's always felt like that. And people like that, and I get that. Like, at heart, yes, I believe you can be a female and you can be a male. But physically, that's just, you know, you can't just deny the hard truths just because you want to. Just because you say something, does it make it true? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And, like, I understand people truly feel like that at heart, and yeah, that makes sense. But to truly call yourself a female, like a true woman, I feel like it's a disrespect to women.
Exactly.
And vice versa. And I'm not saying you're not a woman, but y'all truly aren't the same. You can't relate to what a female goes through with, carrying a child or like having their periods, and that's just is what it is.
Exactly. Like, when again, no disrespect at all whatsoever, but that's fact. Mm-hmm. As true women, and I remember talking to my mom about this situation, and she and we have she has siblings who are gay, straight gay, and
everybody has at least one person that's gay in their
exactly
family. That's normal.
And she was just like, y'all live y'all's life. She says y'all because that's how she is. She says y'all live y'all's life. It's just that she feels like that is disrespectful because she's a woman. She's like, she feels like that's disrespectful to women, for a man to go and claim that, or not claim to say that they're really, a woman.
Can be really disrespectful at times. Like, everybody gets made fun of and stuff like that, but they think they're the exception. Or like, if a straight person was to say, imagine being straight, imagine being gay, I could never, like, that shit's weird. But if it's like someone a part of that community says that, we're just expected to look like the other way and shit like that, it's not fair. And it's just like, they're fighting, like, they're forcing equality on us instead of letting us take time to accept it. Because, change doesn't happen overnight. I'm sorry. That's just the hard truth. People are going to be how they want to be. And it's like, I understand that you want to do respect, but that takes time. And forcing it upon people isn't going to change. It's going to make it worse, if anything.
Exactly. If you force, like, with anything, even
them having a flag.
Exactly.
That doesn't make sense to me.
And they said, I think I heard something about somebody wanting to fly that flag like as high as other flags. I'm just like, that's really disrespectful. That's hella disrespectful.
Because their flag does signify their community, but the other flags typically stand for a country as a whole. And I feel like they're separating themselves when, I don't know, like, all this separation going on in the world.
Exactly.
Like, we're all just one people. Like, there's no such thing as race. We're just the human race. That's our race.
Exactly.
Like, we're just different colors. And for people to hate and look down on people just because they have different upbringings or their skin color isn't the same.
Exactly. Or different beliefs, it never makes sense.
Or like people even having their own idea of beauty standards, and they'd be like, oh, you're not ugly, you just don't fit into this person's beauty standards. And that's okay. People can like what they want to like.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Just because you don't like, just because somebody doesn't like your size doesn't mean that they hate you or that they're wrong for, Exactly. Like, a preference is a thing. It's fine to have your preferences. If you're so upset at the fact that they don't like you, or not even that they don't like you, that they don't like you, how you're built, then change that up. Because, like,
exactly. And people be like, you shouldn't change who you are for nobody. Well,
then stop complaining about it.
If you feel like people don't like you because you big and because you're big and you want to be liked, then change something about that. But if you're going to sit here and choose to remain a big size, knowing people feel the way they are about it, then you're just choosing for it. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you have to change who you are to make other people happy. Exactly. But don't complain when
you know that this is the way or the reason that this is exactly, like.
And I get everybody deserves love for as they are, but that's just life. You can't really judge someone for having preferences.
Exactly. There's
can't nothing wrong with that.
Judge or blame anybody for having preferences. You know what I'm saying? If you prefer to be big, then you have to prefer.
There's people out there that like big people.
Exactly. Then you have to just go to that. You have to find
and
what you need.
Ain't got no sauce. That's because
exactly.
like both the girls on my 600-pound life got niggas. So you doing something wrong. Like I said, there's people out. There's someone out there for you. Bro. There's 7 billion people in the world. It's quite literally almost impossible. No one there.
But there's also, you have to remember, there's also like what's common, you know, or not common, but like what's typically liked, you know.
Yeah, but like not everybody's like that.
Trust me, I get what you're saying. Like not everybody's like that. There's somebody for everybody, you know. But there's a look that most people are drawn to, you know,
definitely, and
people know that, and that's why I'm saying, like,
and those are the beauty standards, and they be like, those are the beauty standards and stuff like that.
Right,
that's the beauty standards, and we're raised to like that. I mean, that's just how it is. You know what I mean?
I mean, not to say, and again, not to say that you have to go by that.
Exactly.
But that's you have to remember, like, that's a thing, you know. And I'm not saying that like anybody who's been bullied or talked down to because of their size, like, I'm not saying that those people who talk down to them are right, because trust me, they're hella wrong, and I think they should go to hell, because that's not right. Yeah. That's not right. Nobody should be judged for their size.
Kids are cruel.
Exactly. Kids are hella cruel, and nobody should be judged for their size. But like, to know that there is a standard out there, and that, well, people, if I look this way, this is how people would view me. Then, you know, you keep that in mind. But at the same time, I see, like, you know, do what you want to do at the same time. Yeah. You know, if you want to be big, trust me, there's people out there for you. But you have to know and just think about what comes with that, I guess, you know. Not to say like that it's okay, because it's not okay. But you have to like expect it, be expected of it, you know, and don't let it just bring you down.
I feel like that's a good note to end off of. And I just want to say one thing. Jay wrote a joint out of toilet paper today.
It wasn't out of toilet paper. It was out of tissue paper.
Tissue paper. It's the same thing.
No.
Oh, like
literal.
Like, is that tissue paper?
It was out of tissue paper.
We'll see you next week, man.
Yeah.
Midnight Smoke out.
Hey, if you like it, I love it, for real.
Deuces.